Right, it's been a few months since I terraced the garden. We've put a little test plot in here with tomatoes, zucchinis, eggplants, a few other things in there, and it's all growing quite well. We've had quite a few vegetables out of there. I now have the little tractor out here with the rotary hoe. I've done that one row, broken up all the chunks. We keep all our fish carcasses and skins in a barrel with seaweed, and we let that rot down, and I put a few buckets of that down the middle, so I think vegetables will grow quite well in there now. I'll just go around, pull out any sticks and big rocks. That's coming up quite nice. Starting to get quite loose now. Right, I've got some fish and seaweed. Pour that down the middle and then give it another pass. Potent stuff. good actually. That'll do it for now. Once these ones are up, I'll do that row as well. And I can always take it up there further if I want to later on. Because we have so many possums out here, I'm going to have to put netting around the whole garden and then netting over the top as well to keep the possums out, because they'll just climb straight over. So that's the plan today. I've got all these recycled metal posts. I've got a heap of these from an old vineyard, so I'm going to put those in around the perimeter and then put some 2 metre high netting like this here around that, and then drape some bird netting right over the top of it all, and hopefully that'll keep the possums out and the deer out as well, because we get quite a few deer out here too. I'll make a gate here so I can get the tractor in with the rotary hoe, and another one up on that corner using my homemade post rammer made from an old Excavator hydraulic cylinder, but ideal for ramming posts because it's nice and heavy. Spinach. Right, I've dug some trenches and put fish juice in the bottom there. I'll plant these garlic in there. It's starting to sprout already. Broccoli, I think, and onions. Apparently slugs are alcoholics. If you put some beer in your garden, they'll drink themselves to death. It's a good way to get rid of the slugs. It looks like most things have come up. Some are doing better than others. It's the spinach. It can only improve once we add more topsoil to the terraces. There's plenty of topsoil further up under the trees, so I just need to scrape that out with the little digger and cart it down here and rotary hoe it in. And I think that'll make a big difference because it's kind of clay soil here. I've picked up a heap of this recycled vineyard netting, which they put over the vines to keep the birds out. It's about 17 metres by 10 metres, so I should be able to drape that right over the top of the garden, and that'll keep the possums and the birds out, hopefully. Alright, I've draped the bird netting over the top. That worked quite well actually. So I'm not sure how long it's going to last, being fabric, but I've got hundreds of meters of it. I'd paid $100 for it, so it's not a big deal if I have to replace it. But anyway, I think that might keep the possums and the birds out for a while anyway. They'll probably use it like a giant trampoline. Anyway, well, time will tell, we'll see how it goes. So that's our little terraced hillside garden in the Marlborough Sounds, which is hopefully pest proof. Thanks for coming along, we'll see you next time.